What's up, nation? Today let's talk about Target and their upcoming PS5 drop and the other retailers to keep an eye on for the week after Christmas to secure a PS5. All right, everyone, so we got a couple stories we want to talk about today. First and foremost, I want to wish everybody a late Merry Christmas. I hope you all had a fantastic time with your family and friends and were able to enjoy the holiday. But without further ado, we are going to talk about the people who are still on the hunt for the PlayStation 5 and what retailers to keep your eye on this week, as we're now past Christmas and we are probably past the biggest part of the high demand part of this console. Now, there's still a bunch of gamers that want to find this thing, but we've gotten past kind of that big holiday date where every single parent was on the hunt and every single person that wanted to secure this thing as a gift is now probably going to just wait for it to come back in stock. And with that, I think we're going to start to see slowly over the next month to 2 months stock finally start to normalize and go back into regular restock channels, and maybe even get to the point where you can just walk into a store and simply purchase your console like the good old days. But the ones we are going to talk about today is Target for sure. They're number one according to a number of different employee screenshots, and Spiel Times, who has done a fantastic job predicting previous Target drops and numerous drops from other retailers, are now stating that multiple stores are starting to receive inventory of the PlayStation 5. This will all be for online order and pickup in store only, but we're going to talk about, again, kind of your checklist, what you need to do and be prepared for when this thing will go live to hopefully best secure a console from Target. And the great thing about them is that they are a same day pickup. Actually, within 4 hours from when you place your order is when you'll be able to go in to pick up your PS5. So we're going to talk about that first. Then we are going to talk about the other retailers that I think will most likely go live over this next upcoming week. Now, I don't think we're going to see much action over the weekend at all. We just historically don't with a lot of these retailers, but there is going to be a number of different restocks most likely happening before New Year's on this upcoming week as we walk into Monday through Friday of next week. Now, before we do hop into all the details today, I just want to quickly invite everybody to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. But with that, guys, let's dive into the details. So the first retailer you absolutely need to keep your eye on as we go into this upcoming week is going to be Target, and that is from Spiel Times, who I absolutely trust at this point due to their reliability with all of these console restock waves. Target is actually receiving inventory on their stores from a lot of different employees that have sent in this information that is showing that they have stock in transit ready to go on December 27th, which will be Sunday, tomorrow. Now, I don't think they will probably drop it that same day. We do know that Target has outlined the policy of online only orders and pickup in store, so that is what we are absolutely expecting for this stock drop, and it'll most likely happen as soon as Monday. It could even go out later into the week, but historically their Target is now starting to kind of form a trend on how they do these drops, and unless if they throw us a curveball, it'll most likely be they received the inventory at the majority of locations on Sunday. They will go live on Monday, probably at the worst possible time, which is like as early as 3 a.m. Eastern time or as late as 7 a.m. Eastern time, and they do that to be in a window where there's not much traffic, none of their stores are open, and they're also just going to be trying to fight off as many of the people who are just kind of browsing online, and they might see the Twitter links go out and they don't want their website to crash, essentially. So they've been strategically dropping it at probably the most inconvenient time frame in that early time window in the morning, so you have to be plugged in and ready to go then if you really want to have a shot at securing this thing. And the big thing that I would recommend everybody to do is use the app on Target as opposed to the website. It's kind of proving to be the same thing as Walmart, where more people, for whatever reason, are walking away successful with the app purchases as opposed to the website. It does not hurt to have both pulled up, and that's probably what I would actually recommend in case if one just proves to be more successful than the other in this particular launch. But being signed in and being set at a specific store location ahead of time on Target is going to be key, because you're going to have to be ready to look for other locations in case if the one that you have selected runs out of stock right away or maybe doesn't get inventory. We previously had Pop Finder as a tool to see what stores had what stock levels. We don't have have that anymore. So we're now relying on like employees that actually are sharing this kind of stuff on their inventory scanners. But Pop Finder was a great website while it lasted to track Target PS5 stock. Since we don't have that now, I would just say start at whichever maybe your biggest Target store is that you think would get, you know, restocked the fastest. Like here I have a super Target, and then I have a number of different regular Targets. I would pick my super Target first as my default location, because we don't know if every Targets are going to be getting this thing, or if it's going to be like a case by case basis, and maybe it's like more one per city, or only the bigger cities are getting it. So I want to make that really clear. There's not like a super transparent window from Target saying, oh, we're going to go live at this time and we're going to have this amount per store. It's nothing like that. It's more going to be up to you if you're willing to, you know, stay up all night, or just go ahead and wake up extremely early depending on where you live in the US. So that's going to be one thing you're going to have to be prepared for ahead of time, and just don't set your expectations too high that you absolutely will get this console from Target. We have seen them just fly off the shelves every time they do restock. But if you are willing to put in those hours, have your app pulled up ready to go, have your account set up ahead of time, have your credit card info loaded into the app and ready to go, and then if you can check out with PayPal, that would be a preferred method. If you think that your card will block a large purchase, call them ahead of time and let them know that you'll be making a purchase around that time. All those little tips and tricks are things that we have found out over the course of all these launches that are necessary to actually get gamers to get through and walk away with their consoles. And then the last thing to stress with Target, as I mentioned earlier, is that it's probably one of the best when it comes to turnaround time, because you're able to go into the store the same day, roughly about 4 hours after you complete your purchase online, and walk out with your console in hand. So if you were still on the hunt for this PS5, pay attention to Monday, and if it doesn't happen Monday, you're going to want to have to, you know, go to Tuesday and then even Wednesday if it doesn't happen then. So that's just the kind of the best drop that we know of at this point. And then we'll talk about the other retailers that I think may go live this week as well. Now, to my surprise, we did not see Sony Direct restock as we went into Christmas week. So what that tells me is that they are probably going to have the inventory to be ready to go with the restock drop in this upcoming week. And so I think your Monday through Friday is the dates that you will want to watch them, but most likely Tuesday through Thursday is when we've actually seen them go live the most frequently, and it's typically in the early afternoon in Eastern time, as early as like 12 p.m. Eastern time, or as late as 6 p.m. Eastern time. So kind of keep those numbers in mind, and really with them, it's just about now hopping into the queue once they put out a message that says that there will be a queue that's going live. Twitter is the key for that. So if you're not already following all the accounts listed in my description, please do that right now and turn on all notifications so you are notified when those links go live. We now have roughly a 30-minute heads up from Sony Direct when the queue is going to be going live, and then it's just going to be a random luck of the draw on if you get selected to get through to the store before they sell out of stock. They are a 2-day turnaround ship around time, so that's actually going to be a benefit also. But roughly with 2 days turnaround time, you'll have your console in hand, and if you're a PS Plus member, you get that 2-day shipping for free, which is great. So make sure you're signed in on Sony ahead of time and be watching for those links to go live, probably the middle part of the week, Tuesday through Thursday, if they continue to repeat history of how they have done up to this point. The next retailer I would absolutely keep my eye on this upcoming week will be Best Buy, and that is just due to the fact that they are one of the largest U.S. electronic retailers, and we have only seen them do a number of limited stock drops. So I think they will be receiving more stock soon, and that they are another one that is order online and pick up in store. So typically a great turnaround time on their orders, and all of the same tips that we've talked about so far apply for Best Buy as well. And I do like the app for them too. I think people do get through on both the app and the website. It seems like, 50-50 with Best Buy, but either way, have them both pulled up and ready to go. And then Twitter is going to be the key for them too, because really now I think what we're going to start to see is, instead of retailers like going on record and communicating, hey, we're going to have these new consoles in stock, it's going to come down to more of just when they get the stock, they will push it out immediately, or they'll push it out at a time overnight or early in the morning, or if you're Sony Direct, you do it typically in the afternoon. But I think that's what we see now. We see less official confirmation, and we see more just restock start to happen slowly as these retailers start to get their restock waves, and eventually it'll all normalize. But there's going to be less and less opportunities to actually have like an inside comment from the retailer themselves, or a tweet that goes out that says, hey, guess what, we're going live at this time. So Best Buy is another one to watch. Just tacking onto this list is going to be Walmart, and they're, it's been a little bit since their last drop, and we saw a bunch of people now start to get their consoles delivered early. So I think because of that, they're also going to be due for a restock, and it does appear that finally their website has gotten quite a bit better from where we started at. Still not perfect by any means, but they are absolutely doing a bunch of different things to fight off bots at this point, and I do think that they're going to be a quality one to look for when they do happen to go live. And then if they do go live, the nice thing about Walmart is that they always post it about an hour or two beforehand on their website. So if you're on Twitter or you're even in just Facebook groups and stuff like that, typically with an hour heads up, you can know ahead of time to be plugged in and ready to go when it's going to be restocked, because they always communicate the time beforehand. GameStop could go live, but again, that's one that we don't have any official information on, so just watch for those links to be sent out. But they do like to sell in bundles. But one tip with them is that a number of GameStops will actually let you return the equipment when it's unopened if you didn't want the extra stuff that comes with the bundle. So that is one nice thing that you will have the option to do in most GameStops from other users' reports that have been able to do that. So we'll watch for them as well. But I really think we're going to get into the season here where all of these retailers are going to just start to drop the stock immediately once they get it. So staying plugged in on all these accounts in the description is going to be key if you're still on the hunt for this PS5. Good luck to everybody that's still out there hunting, and congratulations to all the ones that have been successful so far. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I do at this point in the video want to invite you all to leave me a comment. Let me know if you were surprised over the Christmas day with a PlayStation 5 as a gift, or if you were able to get the person that you were hunting the PlayStation 4 for a gift, and then share that with me down in the comments. And then also let me know if you're still on the hunt for this thing, what your game plan is going to be as we walk into this week after Christmas, and if you're hoping to secure one before New Year's, or if you're just going to wait it out the next couple of months to kind of see stock normalize more. Now, before we do end the video, I do just want to quickly invite everybody one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on your way out on this video if you enjoyed the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.